Hey, what's going on everyone? This is G and I'm Phunken hungry. In this video, we're going to try Kitkat because they have a drumstick Kitkat out. So Drumstick is an ice cream brand. It's kind of like Cornetto if you've never seen Drumstick. It's basically a cone with some ice cream on top. It has some chocolate on the tip. You've got to have chocolate on the tip, you know what I'm saying? And it normally has like some stuff on top, some flavors and stuff. Kitkat inspired by Drumstick. I love how they say inspired because normally when they say inspired, it tastes nothing like it. Anyway, I'll leave the nutritional information on screen for you if you're interested in taking a look. Also, I'll leave the ingredients on screen if you want to pause and go through that. But like always, we'll go through the basic ingredients. So where's the drumstick at? Sweetened condensed milk, flavors, salt, yeast. So this contains milk, wheat, gluten, soy, may contain tree nuts, other gluten-containing cereals. Product contains 58% milk chocolate, 20% wafer fingers, 15% vanilla filling, 17% choc sauce. Milk chocolate contains minimum of 22% cocoa solids and 25% milk solids. I guess it says it here. It has vanilla filling and it has chocolate sauce. You can see on the back here, it does have a bit of a breakdown of the flavors. So you can see the choc sauce on top. You can see under the creamy vanilla. I'm reading this backwards on the screen. And yeah, the crisp wafer. But let's bust this open and have a look. Let's break a few fingers like I used to do on the playground. Let's give it a Phunken hungry sniff sniff. Smells like Kitkat. Smells like chocolate. Smells like a great time. This is what it looks like. Hey, they had the Kitkat the wrong side. It's upside down again. Good on you, Kitkat. Now this block shrank because they look longer. Like it looks fatter, but it looks a little bit shorter. 165 grams. But let's bust a piece off and have a look. Oh, whoops, I broke a few fingers that time. I used to like as well when Kitkat used to sometimes put it down in the middle because, yeah. Anyway, we'll break a finger off. Whoops. Let's break some fingers. I know a few fingers I wouldn't mind breaking. I'm talking about Kitkats. This is why I think chunky Kitkats work, because you get a lot more filling. So on the packet that I just showed you, it looked like there was loads of filling in it, you know. Looked like they were using a chunky Kitkat as the diaphragm, design, picture. But yeah, there's not that much chocolate sauce and there's not that much vanilla. I mean, it was only a small percent, but can't really see it almost. Anyway, let's give it a try. This is the Kitkat inspired by Drumstick. And it's melting in my fingers. The fingers are melting in my fingers. Might put that one down. Might just get a new one. Might just get a freshie. Cheers. Very Kitkat. That Nestle chocolate. The lovely wafer. I love the way Kitkat breaks down. So you have the... I'll have to put that down as I'm talking like a twat. So yeah, I love the Kitkat, the nice velvety chocolate, and you know, as soon as it touches your fingers, touches all sorts of places, touches my soul. But yeah, as soon as it hits your mouth, it sort of starts melting and just gooing all over the place. Just gooey here, looey gooey and fewy and pooey, all over the place. And then you get that lovely crunch from the wafer. So it is a texture sensation in your mouth. I am getting a little bit of like an ice cream sundae sort of, a little bit of that chocolate, but I'll have to have a couple of these just to give it a run for its money, just to really taste it. I mean, to be honest, it does just really taste like a regular Kitkat. I am getting a very slight little bit of creaminess coming from that vanilla, so it is giving me just a very slight, very subtle change in flavour. And maybe this chocolate sauce as well is giving it just a very slight change in chocolate flavour than the actual milk chocolate around it. But don't get me wrong, this is Phunken delicious. But most Kit Kats are. It's just not really changing it up that much for me, and that's the problem with some of these Kit Kats. I guess it's because it's such a, you know, the finger, you got wafer in here. Is a very nice bit of generous chocolate around it, the milk chocolate. I just feel like it's a little bit hard. You know, you can change up the chocolate, like they need to start putting more stuff in the actual chocolate around it. You know, I don't know, popping candy, even though I'm not really into that, but that just came to mind, you know, popping candy to change up the texture. I know sometimes they've added a little bit of biscuit or something to the chocolate, so that you need to change the chocolate up more, I feel. I love Kit Kat. Most Kit Kats are like a 9, 10 out of 10, you know, but yeah, I just feel like these flavours, there's bugger all room in this little tiny crevice for you to put creams and chocolates and all sorts of flavours. Now they need to do a Biscoff one. That's what they need to do. So Kit Kat, if you watch this, make me a Kit Kat Biscoff, please. Please. That would be really nice. Biscoff is quite a strong flavour as well. It's really hard to see the actual ingredients. It just looks kind of like a regular Kit Kat to me. I'm just gonna, I can see a little bit of the vanilla coming out the side just here. Yeah, and when I break it off, there is definitely that little bit of gooey on top. It almost looks like caramel. I guess it's a chocolate sauce, but it doesn't look rich and dark like a chocolate sauce. If the camera wants to focus, it's a little bit hard to see. But it looks like a little bit more of like a umber sort of colour, like a orangey sort of colour, more so than a chocolate sauce that you would expect to be quite dark. You know, normally on sundaes and ice creams, there's quite a dark, almost black chocolate sauce. It's not really reminded me of Drumstick, to be honest. If you gave that to me, I'd probably say like a caramel Kit Kat. This is a lovely Kit Kat. It is a lovely flavour. I'm really enjoying it. But when I do these reviews, it needs to be like fairly different than other ones, especially when they say inspired, I guess, as I said at the beginning. So I, you know, saw the future in my third eye and stuff. You know, I said that normally when it's inspired, they don't normally taste very much at all like the product. I might have to go down to the Kit Kat factory and break some fingers, because yeah, the coolest collab ever. Can't say that, like some of these promos, you know, I do appreciate the Cocoa Plan, I do appreciate Are You OK, so they, you know, supported mental health and all sorts of stuff, so good on you, Kit Kat. And apparently one of these is my serving. One finger is my serving, and I believe I've had 2 now. So my rating for Kit Kat, inspired by Drumstick, I'll give them a 6.5 out of 10. You know, like, the reason it's lower is because, yeah, it's not really tasting any different. But I'm still going to happily eat this. This is absolutely funkin' delicious. But yeah, it doesn't taste like a Drumstick. It's not giving me like, oh, this is like an ice cream. Yum, yum, yum. It's just a Kit Kat with a slightly caramel tasting sauce. Anyway, the price for a Kit Kat these days is $6 a block. A lot of times when I do grab a few items, I'll see if I can get them on special. You know, when some of these new stuff comes out, if they're on special, I'll grab a couple of blocks or whatever. But yeah, I have to go with the original price of the $6 because not everyone's going to be able to find it on special. So my price rating for $6 for a block of chocolate, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 10. But let me know in the comments below if you tried Kit Kat inspired by Drumstick. Dun, 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 dun. Because to me, it doesn't taste like a Drumstick. With creamy vanilla and choc sauce, as I say, these fingers are very small and so hard to put a lot of ingredients in there, and a lot of time they're just quite subtle. It might change it just a little bit, but I feel like they need to work with flavors that really slap you in the face, like Will Smith, you know, like bang, keep my Kit Kat out of your mouth. It is like Will Smith's slap. It is fairly weak natured, yeah. But anyway, let me know if you tried the Kit Kat inspired by a Drumstick. I'd love to hear if you agree or disagree. Leave a comment below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe, slap that notification bell like Will Smith did to Chris Rock. But this is G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.